Snacks?
He brought in a trophy for the winner of Ignition. He brought me food. Oh, I missed Ruins.
He brought
I
like
missed
a
Ruins'
whole box. Really?
Yeah. Ruins runs the ledge and pushes B, 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 B. And it's amazing because he wins. All right, so we're going to get underway here. Ned versus Tyroy, Chronicle number 70-something.
This is like, this is starting to feel like, what's the thing with the two people that are Scottish that never die?
No idea.
Highlander. This is like Highlander, and that both of them are immortal, and they're like their ultimate mission is to fight each other.
Yeah, there can only be one, except there are two.
Except there are two, exactly. And they will always kill each other, and that's what this feels like.
What is cool about getting to see this frequently is you have the two pretty much bona fide top two characters in the game at this point. You'll hear arguments against one or the other every now and again, but overall consensus, Cloud and Bayo are two of the top three at worst, if you want to factor in like a Diddy or
like Sheik
or a Fox or whoever, or a Sonic. It doesn't matter, because these are two of the top characters in the game. Yeah. And this is two of the highest level players of their respective characters in the world. Yeah. Tyroy easily a top 5 Bayo, Ned easily a top 10 Cloud. Both of them former PGR, at least. Tyroy currently ranked number 40 this current season, which there will be some upcoming changes. I think we're coming to that point in time.
Yeah, I think we're coming toward the end of the season for Chicago's PR. And I think that the next PGR that comes out, Tyroy is probably going to be further up.
Possible.
Possible.
I got to look at some of. He's had some good wins. He's had some close ones and some. He's been a little bit iffy on and off the season, but he's had good placings. He definitely has done enough to stay on. I feel like he's going to be close to where he was last time, give or take 5 spots. So we'll see where that goes. But despite all of that, and despite his recognition kind of nationally, internationally in some cases, Ned, I believe, still has the overall set lead on him, despite Tyroy. Tyroy's been coming on lately, though.
I was gonna say, like, recently, in recent memory of like the last, like, I would say month and a half, like Tyroy's been showing up a lot. Because I remember Ned kind of coming back, like he left and sort of came back, and when he came back, Tyroy was not fully prepared. But I think that as their sets have gone on, Tyroy's been, by and large, doing a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler has an insane amount of skill. And it's just, he knows this, and people know this. However, I don't think he realized that Ned not playing tournaments was going to be just as good as he ever was. Yeah. Just from labbing, just from preparation. So it was a rough one for him to kind of get back in the rhythm. These guys really feeling each other out. We're coming up on a 3-minute first stock.
Yeah, and they're barely crossing 100 at this point. Well,
so much for that.
We'll see.
Cloud using one of his 14 kill options.
And Limit only extends that, you see.
Yes.
Then he doubles his kill options.
Ooh, Tyroy went for the witch time, the delayed witch time, and Ned did the empty hop. Quintessential Ned play. He's real good at it. Like, he knows when the opponent's going to do anything, and he'll empty hop. Cloud's still alive. Wow.
Yeah, I was really impressed because at that point, I expected him to die, absolutely, because he had used the Limit climb hazard to get back onto stage, and Tyroy had hit him afterward already. So I was like, he's definitely not heavy enough at this point to live, because he was sitting at like, what, like 140?
Yeah, he was up there, but the back air all the way across Smashville.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not quite able to do it. Tyroy having a real hard time closing the stock out.
Tyroy, like, admittedly, will, like, get inside of his own head. So, like, the other, like, fatal flaw, like, one of the cracks in, like, the thick Tyroy armor is that, like, especially when he's playing Ned specifically, or, like, another person that he generally has trouble with.
It's mostly Cloud, the character.
Cloud, the character. Well, there was that. I would say it's also Ned as a person, because remember that one Grand Finals where they literally didn't play the same character twice?
It was amazing.
It was great. Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite sets of all time, and one of our production's least favorite, because they had to make the graphic with 14 Tyroy characters.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. But I mean, it goes to show that, like, they were still having trouble against one another, because it's not just a problem.
Oh, the tech! He's lived.
Tyroy
stays alive, but for how long?
I mean, Bayo things can always happen. You can,
No, not that time. Ned knowing that because he was already high up on the witch twist upwards, he was able to SDI up. Tyroy unable to follow through. And Ned landing with the hard down air for the instant kill.
And it's so, like, all of everything that Cloud does just sounds painful. Regardless of what your percent you're at, it just sounds painful.
I'm trying to think of a move that Cloud has that theoretically cannot kill past 150. And other than down and back throw, I can't.
And like Cloud's throws aren't
Blade
historic.
beam.
Yeah,
I guess blade beam. And even limit blade beam kills way earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Cloud actually, like I say 14 kill moves is a joke, but okay. Up smash, forward smash, down smash. Up air, back air, forward air.
Yeah.
Down air.
So have you
Down
heard
tilt?
my theory about how they made Cloud?
They took Meg Ryan, turned her into an anime character. Oh, you just mean in Smash 4.
No, in Smash 4. I mean, that is also hilarious. But no, it was Nintendo and Sakurai were like, crap, we have to add Cloud into this game. None of us have played Final Fantasy VII. And so instead they just watched Advent Children and took all of the abilities he has in Advent Children and did that.
You know, I hate to say it, but you may be right.
I think I'm completely right.
Because there's so much more they could have done from that game with, like, materia and many other options. And the limit break function, I will say this, is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just touch strong.
A touch?
A touch. A finishing touch too strong.
A little bit. But, like, the climb hazard is definitely all of his friends throwing him up into the air.
I like Cloud as a top build character, though.
Yeah.
A, it's really cool that you have the crossover. B, as a top character goes, he's very beatable. He has very large flaws in his recovery a lot of the time. That's what Ned is known for probably more than anything, is he is the king of recovery with Ned. Or with Ned, I'm sorry, with Cloud.
With himself. I want to see Ned in Ned confirmed for Smash 5.
Yeah. No, he's very good at recovering with this character who...
Typically is terrible at it.
Yeah, that's his weakest part of Cloud's game, because he's a heavy hitter. He's a little slow, but nothing too bad.
No. I would say, comparatively, sure, he's a little slow, but, like, he can still cross distance very safely.
The irony is, both these characters are super slow. Right? Those are their faults. Cloud can't recover very well. Bayo has a speed issue. That's why you'll see, like, a Fox take down a Bayonetta a lot of the time. Like, that's an interesting matchup. Although Fox can't recover, as Ned takes that even on stock. But you live in a world where Cloud as a character is fine. It just, people get a little bit upset about things like Witch Twist. Like, oh, I got red one time, I died.
Yeah.
It reminds a lot of people of, like, Ice Climbers wobbling back in the day through Melee.
Exactly, yeah.
Who may or may not be in Smash 5.
I would love to. As much as getting wobbled is actually the most painful.
Tyroy.
Oh my god. What?
This is not Battlefield, and you are not Fox. That was so many up airs.
It's like, I don't have to actually, like, take you all the way up.
I think one of those was a reverse up air, and it was just like, oh, man, that was...
Tyroy is feeling himself.
Who needs Witch Twist when you just have stilettos?
I mean, they're very powerful. Gun stilettos. I actually really like the Bayonetta games, and so should everyone else.
Bayonetta,
super fun.
Conceptually, as a character, not in Smash 4, but as a character, is absurd and ridiculous.
Yes.
She has guns everywhere. And
she's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool, but it reminds me like she has guns coming out of the wrong places. Have you ever seen the movie Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
I love that movie.
Same. And the cane is also a gun.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
Everything was guns. I think it was... I am blanking on the creator, but like it's the same person who made Bayo and Devil May Cry, and the concept for like Dante was that he was going to be really, really cool. Like everything he did was going to be cool.
Yeah,
and her
stylish.
Bayo, is that for her everything she's going to be doing is absurdly sexy. Like not just sexy, just like they're unnecessary.
Yeah, you can't make depth sexy. Oh,
yes.
Challenge accepted. The game.
Are you sure? Are you quite sure?
All right, these guys stand even. Tyroy has been having a little bit of a difficult time hitting any kind of a witch time. Ned is just like, when you get to the higher up play, witch time is so hard to hit because mentally speaking, players will get in each other's heads in that way. Where a character like Cloud, Ned's not going to swing unless he knows he's going to hit a lot of the time. So why would he swing at a witch time? He's really good at grabbing with Cloud, something that a lot of Cloud players just tend to forget as an option.
Yeah.
Like, I have this big sword. Why would I grab you? Well, hand-to-hand combat is quite good.
Especially when your opponent has a gun and they don't really know what to do. It's too close, right?
Don't bring your hands to a gunfight.
Don't bring your hands to a gunfight. What if I bring this giant disjointed sword? And knowing that, he's going to use that, yep, going to use the Climb Hazard to get back on the stage.
He did it a little too soon. Tyroy, knowing that that up B goes through the stage as it hits, tried to witch time it.
Oh, that's what happened. That makes a lot of sense.
Which would have given him time to get a free ledge trump. Which is a cool play, but Ned, knowing it would happen.
Yeah. It's watching high-level play at that point is a game of who can get in the other person's head faster and, like, enough, like, layers of meta deep.
It's even worse when they play each other all the time. Because it's who can get in each other's head, but any tricks they might have, they've scouted each other time and time again. So it gets to the point where they start doing crazy stuff.
Because it's indisputable. Like, in Chicago, they are the best, too.
Yeah,
and, like,
not close.
Yeah, not even close. And I mean, like...
It used to be close.
Yeah, that is true.
We used to live in...
JJ.
We had JJ, we had Knight, we had Dan, who were, like, really making the push for it. Oh,
my God. And she says, not today, sir.
Yeah, Chicago had a time period where there was a lot of possibilities for who would wind up coming through the fold. But having the really strong DLC characters, Ned making the transition to Cloud, Tyroy making the transition to Bayonetta, they were able to just say, you know what, this is
our
mine.
game now, yeah.
It's ours now.
And, I mean, like, I would say that right now Big Mac is third, and right on the PR. And even still, like, Big Mac has cracks in the armor. We see him drop sets to people all the time. Not all the time.
Well,
but
he won't be third in the
enough.
next PR. There's no way. He just does not have the results.
Yeah.
Honestly, right now, based on the Smash and Splash result, I would guess Panda Bear. So we'll find out.
Great.
His villager is
definitely
the best villager probably in the country.
Do you remember when he said he was going to stop playing villager? And all of us were like, you're mad because of Bayo. We understand.
It's brutal.
Switched to Marth for a while, and then, like...
Realize how good his villager was.
I mean, his villager is insane. It's arguably one of the best in the world.
These guys playing each other dead even, as would be expected from a Tyroy. But that dash attack, it's the thing.
Every time we say something, like any time, it's just like, wow, they're really going back and forth, and it's not going
Somebody
anywhere,
dies.
and someone dies.
It's the way it should be. It's the way it always tends to go with this set. Ned using a trick that a lot of Clouds have been doing as of late, which is they won't use dash attack early on, because you can get things like you'll hit them with a nair, like a short hop nair, and it'll combo in a dash attack, or you'll hit them with a back air and it combos in a dash attack, like at lower percents. A lot of Clouds will save the dash attack so it's fresh and use that as their
move?
Like a pocket kill option at the exact percents of like 100 to 130, depending on the lightness of the character. I've been doing it too. It feels good.
I can imagine, because it's fast. It comes out really fast.
The thing is, against someone like Tyroy, you have to be as good as Ned to do that, because if you're not Ned caliber, but you're a Cloud player, you need to get damage in where you can take it in a lot of circumstances. So it's difficult.
I would say that there's definitely like a distinction in the meta. It's like any game where there's a distinction in the meta between like high-level players and then kind of like the mid to low.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Our game is probably the least consistent of a lot of games. Like, you look at when Ally was going nuts and he was winning tournaments, he was finally the guy, you know, contesting Zero at the top level. And then he went to a major like 2 weeks after Civil, or it might have been at Civil War, I can't remember. And, you know, chat can grill me for this or figure out what the actual numbers were, but he got 49th at a tournament right after all of that. He just, like, went 2-2 in bracket or whatever, like later bracket. And he went online and was like, you know what? This game is super inconsistent. This can happen to me. It might have been 65th, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, he got...
That's insane.
Yeah, he lost 2 sets to not random people, but, like, just people. These things happen frequently. You'll see a player top 8, and then he'll go and get not top 32.
That's absurd.
Like, watch the top 8 from characters from Smash and Splash that happened recently this weekend.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you 1 out of those 8 at his next large tournament flounders and gets like 33rd. It can happen. It happens frequently.
What is it about Smash 4 that makes it this inconsistent?
Rage.
Rage?
One word answer.
Makes a lot of sense.
I'm waiting for E3 super hard, as a lot of people are, as Tyroy takes Ned up but can't finish the stock. Tyroy kind of needed that. Waiting for E3 to find out what the mechanics are going to be more than anything, because if there's Rage, then a lot of people are going to be like, no thanks.
Takes the limit, actually. What did he use it on?
Just, he needed to recover to get through a Tyroy edge guard. He did the best he could, and then he got the forward tilt. So all of a sudden, Tyroy was looking like way ahead this game.
Now it's not looking... It's still in his favor.
Well, yeah, now especially because Cloud has to recover with no... Ooh, Tyroy going for the style option.
But he has it now.
I don't know if I would call it the style option. It's this quote-unquote safe option.
Well, that's the thing, is that everything that Bayonetta does looks like a style option.
Yeah, that's true.
Like everything. It's a giant shoe, and she makes a pose. It's a style option. It's like, no, it could be legitimate. All options are style options when you're Bayonetta.
Tyroy is now in kill percentage.
Oh, absolutely.
And he was up a stock.
That was questionable.
Ned didn't do it the entire set.
Okay.
So he tried to see if he could get Tyroy to approach.
I felt like Tyroy had been sitting still for long enough. I was like, there was no indication that he was going to go in.
Tyroy is playing the kind of Captain Falcon style game where he's just like, all right, forward throw you off stage, get bits of damage, forward throw you off stage. And that wasn't enough to finish the stock. That will be, though, frame trap on the up air into up air. We're going to have a game 5 here in Winners Finals.
I mean, it always is. It's always. I feel like it more often than not, it's a game 5, right?
With them, yeah. I hate it sometimes. Like
it's long. It means our
I love seeing them play, but I hate knowing that a lot of times their game 5s come from somebody letting a lead go or making like a crippling mistake. Because when you watch high-level play, it's not reasonable to not see flaws, but you want to see like crazy, these guys really earned it, they fought a war, not like, oh, you know, they played it out, something unfortunate happened to one of them. Like, we're in game 5. You want to see the best. This is where you want everything to come out, is in a game 5, always.
Well, I can understand it, because playing at this high of a level is exhausting. It's very mentally exhausting. You run through an entire bracket to get here. We also have this tournament at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday, so you've probably had a full day of work.
Yep.
So it's a little much. I can completely understand why throwing a lead is something that's possible.
Well, me and the rest of the UR crew, we then have a full night of work, because, you know,
yeah,
these tournaments are quite fun.
I sense that only part of that was sarcasm. Part, right?
There was no sarcasm.
No sarcasm?
Hate to say it.
Really?
But I enjoy my work.
I would hope so.
I think we all do.
That's why this weekly is insane. You always have new stuff.
Yeah,
you have these neat tablets now.
Yeah, you can report your own scores at your setup, which is lit. You have new players. We had, I think, 7 or 8 new entrants that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Looked like they were having fun. They're still around playing friendlies. Sometimes you'll get a new entrant who will just come and get salty and go. And a lot of times you'll get new players who they'll stick around and learn. And these guys they're learning. So that's always cool to see.
It's like Chevy's like a technomancer. Like, you just...
Technomancer. Oh! Tyroy with the run-up up smash. I love that option. If you catch that...
up slowly?
Oh, he ran up quickly. He read the short hop, which, you know, as a Cloud player and Ned loving the empty hop, he will do that. As he reads the air dodge with an up air of his own. So these guys in each other's heads. Last stock game 5. And this is critical.
Yeah,
you think it isn't like, there's going to be a run back. Well, one, there might not be. And even if there is, you don't want to have to win 2 sets.
Yeah, it's exhausting. It's exhausting for everybody to watch the grands with the bracket reset.
There were the old days of JJ and X. I would always go 15 games. JJ and whoever he used to play against when he was probably the best player in Chicago for a period of time. He was definitely #1 for a while. He used to have like wars with Green Beast back in the day where they would just... no one ever won 2-0.
Green Beast is like this like mythical person to me, because I knew like Hadley and I know Shell and I know a couple other people from
the witch time. Can he finish it? Can he get the smash attack? No, he opts not to. He didn't want to risk it.
But I've never actually met Green Beast.
One day. One day perhaps. He shows up at monthly sometimes just to screw around.
Keep an eye out. But for right now,
so Tyroy
sitting at rage.
Tyroy, I figured, would just try to get the quick up smash on the witch time, but he didn't. The back air, not quite going to finish him. And here we go again. Netted a high percentage. Tyroy trying to keep him on stage, or I'm sorry, on ledge. Gets the throw again. Ned's just having a hard time winning neutral at the moment. Tyroy has to keep him there.
I think that'll be it, yeah.
That will be it. Just barely squeaking through. Tyroy going to take that game 5.
That was so close.
Yeah, Tyroy played that last game amazing. He did, or at least the last stock for sure. He did not really let Ned breathe. He was always on the ledge, couldn't recover. Tyroy using pretty much every one of Bayonetta's edge guarding options and neutral options, kind of seamlessly. He read everything Ned was going to do. He read an air dodge. He saw the